Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's second video. We're doing the extended European outlook for today's second video. So as always on Tuesday, we've got your extended 30-day / 42-day European outlook, and I shall get on with it for you in a moment. Just say that the first video today was our 6 UK weather forecast, and it's a 10 of 14 day with all of the regular features on the way later on today as well. Please like, share, and subscribe on all today's videos and content. Thanks so much everyone for doing that for GavsWeatherVids. Thank you so much everyone, love it, thanks so much. Make sure to ECM.int for supplying the charts of the data as well, by the way. Right, we're going to start off with the week 1 mean sea level pressure anomaly, taking us through this week. It's the 31st of March to the 7th of April. So high pressure dominating across much of northern and also western Europe this week. We've got a trough of low in the east and low pressure to the west of the Bay of Biscay, Spain and Portugal too. 500 millibar height anomaly looks like that, so high pressure centred over northern and western parts of Europe, and two troughs on either side, one to the west of Spain, Portugal, and one also across eastern and southeastern parts of Europe as well. Right, so the temperature anomaly this week is looking like that, above average through much of northern and also western Europe there. We've got the core of the warmth across Scandinavia and Nordic regions, Norway, Sweden and Finland, where the temperature anomaly, let's put a scale up, is actually going to 36 degrees above average, blimey. And western parts of Europe, Ireland, the UK, France, Spain and Portugal coming out generally around 1 to 3 degrees above normal. It's cooler across southeastern parts of Europe, from Balkans down to Greece and Turkey and over to the Black Sea, and it's also cooler through western parts of Germany and into Poland. Though the Baltic Sea states, Latvia, Estonia, Lithuania, are looking warmer. Mediterranean-wise, across southern Europe, we see that it's above average through central part of the Med and back to Spain and Portugal, but cooler for Italy and some of the Greek islands as well. Precipitation-wise, we can see where the ridge is, of course. High pressure means dry conditions across much of northern and also West Europe, so France, the Low Countries, Belgium, Holland, and the Netherlands and Germany up to Denmark, into Norway and Sweden, as well as UK and Ireland, all coming out drier than normal. Now, we've got above average rainfall from that trough in the Atlantic for parts of Portugal and also western northern Spain. And we see some very wet weather across southern Italy and around Greece and Turkey, up towards the Black Sea as well, significantly above average precipitation through there. Right, week 2 will be the 7th to the 14th of April. So that high pressure remains in control across the northwest of Europe, centering now around Iceland, which might start to bring some cooler air into the north and the northeast of Europe as well. Low pressure still out to west of Spain and Portugal, and some sort of a ridge seems to be appearing from the Black Sea down towards Greece and Turkey. 500 millibar heights look like that, quite a big trough extending through northern and eastern parts of Europe, the ridges out to the west, and again we could bring down a northerly flow into northern and eastern and northeastern parts of Europe. Temperature anomalies for week 2 look like that, so the warmth backing west to the Atlantic really. So we've got Spain and Portugal still above average, and we have above average temperature for western, southwest France and also Ireland. The UK is cooling down, and anywhere further east of that looks like it's going to be cooler than average, still a bit above average for southern parts of Norway, but really much of Norway, Sweden, Finland, and then down the eastern side, anywhere from Poland eastwards, looking colder than average actually by about 3 to 6 degrees. So really quite a plunge in temperature there through northern and eastern parts of Europe, and we still see a west-east split for the Med, so warmer than average from Corsica, Sardinia, all the way back to Spain, Portugal, but cooler than average through Italy over towards Greece and Turkey. And what about the precipitation anomaly for week 2? Well, again, see where the high pressure is. It's in the west and the northwest of Europe, Ireland, the UK, France, the Low Countries, Germany, Denmark, southern Sweden and Norway coming out drier but normal. North and east of that is generally on the wetter side, especially through these eastern parts of Europe. We have to think about some snow maybe, particularly for mountainous areas in that northeastern corner. And again, around Spain and Portugal, significantly wetter than average there. Oh dear, it's off for a holiday. Take your waterproofs. Week 3 will be the 14th to the 21st of April. Signs will change here. So we've got rid of a block. We've got some low pressure now towards Greenland. Quite a bit of low pressure through many southern and southwestern parts of Europe as well. 500 millibar height anomaly for the third week, looking like that. So again, trough in the northeast, and a bit of a trough around Spain as well. Possibly some slightly higher pressure up towards Iceland, but it is a very weak signal. Potential anomaly for week 3. So still cold average in this far eastern and northeastern portion of Europe into the far west of Russia. And it's a bit cold average in southern parts of Spain and Portugal as well. But many other areas are like average, slightly above average. I think there is a cool down, man, in evidence here through weeks 2 and 3, definitely. And precipitation-wise, so much as southern Europe looks wetter than average. Otherwise, it's a very weak signal elsewhere. Week 4 is the 21st, 28th of April. The ridge comes back then across western parts of Europe. Again, we can't get rid of that ridge, can we? So, not much of a signal elsewhere, though. 500 millibar heights showing the ridge coming back into the west of Europe again. And how is the temperature anomaly looking? So begin to warm up over that ridge again across the far western portion of Europe, but still looking a bit on the cold side, or the cool side, across the far eastern portion of Europe. And precipitation-wise, drier than average under that ridge across the far west northwest. Bit wetter than average in the southeastern corner, otherwise very weak signal. Right, that's your 30-day look ahead done, but let's go through weeks 5 and 6 data before we go. So week 5 is the 28th of April to 5th of May. High pressure then is still dominating across the north and west Europe, otherwise not much of a signal. 500 millibar heights again, showing that ridge anchored and rooted over the top of the UK and Ireland in particular. Temperature anomalies looking generally on the warm side for much of northern and also western Europe there. And precipitation, well, again, a little bit drier than average and about high pressure in the far west. And then week 6 will be the 5th to the 12th of May. So high pressure, perhaps more towards Scandinavia, a bit more of a Scandinavian high, but still there in the far north and west of Europe, even by the 6th week. The 500 millibar high actually intensifies there with the Azores high ridging into that high pressure in West Europe. So a real high pressure fest over the next 6 weeks, really, through most parts of northern and western Europe, it has to be said. Temperature is largely above average is slightly above, and precipitation is largely very weak signal, but still looks a little bit on the dry side in the extreme north and also western portion of Europe. There we go, that's your 30-day look. Remember, any forecast beyond 5 to 7 days comes with big health warnings and large pictures of start attached. That's worth the caveat. So this is just a snapshot. What this model is showing today could look completely different when we look at it again on Saturday morning for UK and Ireland focus video, or indeed next Tuesday for the extended European outlook. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share and subscribe. We'll go back later on. We'll 10 to 14 day. Come back for that later. For this one though, that's all for now, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.